Let's talk about sex with escorts. Have you ever found yourself in your intimate life defaulting to a comfort zone or defaulting to something that feels safer? Perhaps opting for escorts because in that moment, in that transaction, we feel safer, we feel in more control, we feel less judged, and perhaps in some ways we feel like we have more power. I'm going to tell the story of a guy named Mark. I'm using a different name. But over time, Mark struggled with premature ejaculation and also erection challenges. And he started to opt for intimate moments with escorts. In the past, he was going on dates, but over time, with these challenges, he found that the whole situation was just easier to deal with if he was having intimate moments with escorts. It felt like it was pretty simple, quite straightforward. There was no emotional depth that was really needed in that moment. And if things didn't go to plan, it didn't really matter so much. He could just leave and think about, okay, doesn't matter so much, don't really care about the person because I don't know them. And whilst this felt safe, Mark also was longing for a deeper sense of connection. He was longing to be able to go back on those dates. He was longing for interactions with people who he loved or felt really attracted to. And he also imagined this part of himself that wanted to be in a long-term relationship with a life partner, starting his own family. Mark's story, I can tell you, is not unique. From many guys that I've spoken with, this comes up a lot. We're in this limbo of feeling unsafe because we're experiencing these challenges and meeting with escorts because we still have our normal human cravings for sex, intimacy, and connection. And escorts become a convenient bridge that feels safer. But whilst we continue to experience performance anxiety, whether that's erection challenges or ejaculation challenges, and we allow it to go unaddressed, this cycle just continues. And ultimately, what we are doing is avoiding the real sense of intimacy and connection. And you can see over time, we're not going to get what we want. If we're longing for this deeper sense of connection, this deeper sense of trust, safety, building a bond with a partner, with an escort, things are always going to be transactional. Even if it's because we find people closer to our age less attractive, it feels more exciting, it feels more visually stimulating, but notice how there's still this void, there's still this part of us that wants something deeper, and we're just not going to get that from a paid transactional relationship. And there's no judgment around this, it's okay. What I'm talking about is not anything to do with the money or the transaction. What I'm talking about is the truth and this void that is there and the comfort zone that we're defaulting to. If you can relate to this video, I would like you to ask yourself, are you in this comfort zone right now because of, in some way, shape or form, you may be avoiding genuine intimacy, genuine connection, avoiding what feels unsafe, unknown, and scary, and remaining in a place where we feel at least we can deal with it, at least we can handle it if things don't go to plan. Stepping out of our comfort zone usually means that we're growing in some way, shape or form. I was speaking to my sister this morning. She was at a conference, she messaged me and said she felt a bit out of her depth. This is because we're learning something, we're growing, it feels uncomfortable. Think about the first time we learned to ride a bike or learned to swim, played a new instrument or went out on a pitch or court to play a new sport. It feels uncomfortable. We feel totally out of our comfort zone, but that's because we're learning something new and because we're growing. And so if this video is relatable to you and you are experiencing performance anxiety, then I invite you to take the free performance anxiety quiz to genuinely take the first step forward to start getting this sorted, even when it feels slightly uncomfortable. This is a free quiz. It's 10 yes or no questions that you answer. It will take you less than 2 minutes to complete, and it will show you what is at the root of what's going on with performance anxiety and also how to start getting it sorted. If that sounds good to you, in the comments below, you will see the link to the performance anxiety quiz. When you click on the link, it's going to take you straight to the page where you can answer those 10 yes or no questions. I'm with you and I look forward to seeing you there.